మొత్తం పవర్ పోయింది దీనికి. వెల్, వెరీ గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ గైస్. లేదు, రావట్లేదు దీనికి పవర్. Okay. So, well, very good morning. Yes, the last day we just been discussing on we just been started up the discussion about UI designing, right? And I said to you there are three options to design the user interfaces. One is HTML controls. You know how to work with the HTML controls. I don't require to teach you now. Second one is HTML helpers, and the third one is strongly typed HTML helpers. Strongly typed HTML helpers. So these are the three different options that are available for us for designing the user interfaces. Okay, so last day, what did we do? We have just been discussed, like we have just been understood about get and post methods. One is a get and one is a post. This method will be called whenever you send a get request. What it has to do? It has to launch the view. So we add a view with the name called as add EMP. So this is a view, and here I explained you method is equals to post, and this will submit the data back to itself. It will submit the data back to itself. It's going to submit the data back to itself only. Okay. So now let me just create a view. Watch it. Form ID is equals to F1. Method is equals to post. Now enter employee ID. Now I'm just placing a text box. Input type is equals to text. Name is equals to ID. ID is equals to ID. I already explained about name and ID for you. One is for referring to the control in JavaScript, and one is to read the control on this server. Actually, the name here binds with the server, not the ID. ID is only for client side. Name is for server side. Second thing, employee name, one text box. Job, one text box. Salary, one text box. Later, we're just been placing one submit button, one reset button. Submit button caption is save, and reset button caption is reset. Okay now? So this is an simple HTML form what I'm just creating. Okay, you learned in HTML classes how you are going to create the form. Fine. Now, whenever I send a get request, this form will launch. Now after launching, I will enter all the details and click on the save. When I click on the save, where it goes, I said here, add EMP. Now in add EMP, I need to read all these values. What values? ID, name, job, and salary. To read these values, remember guys, this is how I am going to read. ID, name, job, and salary. Now tell me, the control names are matching with the parameter names here? Come on, fast. Are the control names matching with the parameter names or not? Because the control names are matching with the parameter names, the control values are directly accepted into these parameters. The control values are directly accepted or loaded into these parameters right now. Are you clear? And after opening this particular thing, what is my next requirement is, I just want to display this output. I want to display the output. Where you wanted to display the output means, I just want to display the output in another view called as display EMP1. I want to display the output in a view called display EMP1. So what should I do? When I say return view, by default it will go to add EMP. We don't want add EMP, we want display EMP. So what to do? Display EMP1. You already learned all these things. So this view will launch you this view. And in this view, I want to show the values as output to you. I want to display the values to you. But remember guys, if you all want to display the values, from the controller action method, the value should be sent to the view. From the controller's action method, the value should be sent to the view. How to send? I taught you 8 different ways of sending the values. Choice is yours. View back or view data or temp data or session or cookies, application, anonymous types and model objects. Choice is yours. You can use any mechanism based on your requirements. Okay. So what I am doing here is, I am just going to use the view data and posting the values to the other place. Or otherwise take view back. View data or view bag, whatever it is, no matter, you can either take the view data or the view bag or whatever it is. No issues with that. Okay. Both are same only, we already learned view data, view bag, both are same. Now, understand, first request will hit add EMP, launches the view. Now I'll enter the data and click on the save, hits add EMP post. All the values are stored in view data, launches display EMP1, right? Okay, now let us add a view now for display EMP. Add a view. What is the name? Display EMP1. In display EMP1, I want to publish the values. How to display the view data values? I showed you a number of examples to you. Just go for publishing the values to here in a simple way. So let me just go for publishing the values. I'm showing in a table format. Watch. Table, caption, employee ID, view back data. And you already know that. Sir, you stored in temp data, view data, view back are same. You can store in the view data and access in the view back. All day I've proven you all these things I explained to you. So here I'm picking the values from viewback.id, viewback.name, viewback.job, viewback.salary. And here you have a link here. What is the link? It will take you back to add EMP. It will go to the add EMP again. Okay. So come on, let's start. Add EMP. I'm running the add EMP. First it will go to get method, launches the view, blank view. So now it is going to the get request and it is going to launch you the get method. Okay, get method will launch the blank view. So guys, I'm only copy pasting what I explained. If anything is new, I will give you the explanation. What I'm copy pasting is only what is explained to you already. Is that clear? Because it will take a lot of time again typing all these things. Logic means I'll purely focus, but just the design part. Okay, 101, Raju, manager, and some 50,000. Click on save. When you click on save, see now, I did not define the route parameters now. I did not define the routes at all. And I'm not going to pass the values in the address bar. Why will end user type all this here? This is the correct way. You will fill the values here. Click on the save button. When you click on the save button, watch it. It launched you. It went to add EMP only, but launched display EMP1. You always see in the address bar action method name, not view name. Correct or not? Your request went to where? Add EMP only, but launched you display EMP1. And display EMP1 is going to show you the values. Again, add a new EMP, click on it, again it will bring you back to it. Actually, meanwhile, what is our job is we need to save the data. We still did not jump into database programming. So that's why we've just been not talking about it. But actually, what is the requirement is we need to save this data. The data should be saved to the databases. Are you people clear? All this information should be saved to the database in this process. Yeah, we'll do it. Action is missing in form. I already said you, last class I said you that much clearly. No need of action. If you don't specify the action, the default action is same. It will hit you back again, add EMP only. When you want to change the name, then you require to specify the action. I want to, means one action method is add EMP, second action method is save EMP. Then I require to write. When same, no need to write the action method names in the code now. Okay, fine. So, are you clear with this? Yes or not? Okay, next. Look at this. Yeah. So, this is what I shown you. First, two action methods. One is get, one is post. This will launch the view. And is going to capture the values and go to here. And this add EMP is add EMP code. And then you see the flow. You'll call add EMP. You're going to call the add EMP get action method. Get action method of EMP controller, which will launch add EMP view. On click of save button, it will invoke add EMP post action method and launches display one EMP. It is going to launch you display one view. It's going to launch the display one view. Okay, first add EMP get action method of EMP controller, which will launch add EMP view. On click of save button, it is going to invoke add EMP post action method and which will launch display one view. Okay, the views are different that are getting launched for you in this place now. And now this is the design of another view in EMP folder of views, name it as display one, and this is the code. Okay, now fine. How to execute? You need to call add EMP, guys. You need to call add EMP. Okay, fine, done. In this example, action method parameter names are exactly matching with control names of the view. Correct? Action method parameter names are exactly matching with the control names. Clear or not? Okay, so that values entered in the control should directly come into those parameters. But the drawback in this approach is when there are multiple controls on the view, there should also be multiple parameters defined in the code now. Did you understand my point or not? When there are multiple controllers, what do you require to do? Multiple action methods also should be defined. Sorry, multiple parameters. Suppose there are some 30 controls, 30 parameters should be passed. Clear? To resolve this problem, watch it. Comment this code. Comment this. I am rewriting the method. Just say, without again reading each value like this, we have an option of reading as form collection FC. What we can use here? Form collection. We can just use the form collection. So once you're going to use the form collection, you can now say FC of ID. Remember form collection, I already explained you. I already explained you na request.form, request.query string, request, that is called form collection. That is called as form collection. Means the values are inside the form here. The form collection refers to the values inside. Under that, the values can be coming as a query string or the values can be coming as a like a getter request, whatever it is. Okay, how you can pick it? FC of ID. See guys, this form collection basically is a dictionary in a key value combination. What are the keys? ID, name, job, salary. If you give the key name, it will return the value. It is like a collection. So FC of name, FC of job, FC of salary. Is this clear? Just to understand, I'm launching a different viewer. Which one? Display EMP2 or whatever it is. Yeah, doesn't matter. Display EMP2. Now what do you do? Add a new view. What is the name? Display EMP2. What should I write? What you should write here? You should write the same code. What did you write in display EMP1 only? Nothing different. Same only. Copy. Paste. This is another way how you can read now. Now see, I don't require multiple parameters. How many parameters required? One parameter, and all the values will be coming for you in the form of a dictionary, keys and values. What are the keys? Control names are keys and control values are values. You can use the control name here and you can read off the control values. Okay, run again and watch. Fill in the values. Okay, now, so this is another way how you can read the values. So all of you can read this and understand the note. Yeah, read it. In this example, action method parameter names are exactly matching with control names of the view. So that values entered in these controls will directly come into those parameters. But the drawback in this approach is when there are multiple controls on the view, there should also be multiple parameters defined to the action method to read all those control values. So the parameter list will be lengthy and code gets complex. To overcome this problem of reading each control value through an individual parameter, we can use form collection class as action method parameter and read values of each control present on the form. You're reading the form collection and you can read each value that is present on the form right now in this process. You can see this is the code. Are you clear? Oh, I not launch a new view here. I just use the same view. View doesn't matter now. A view doesn't matter. I launched the same view only in this case also. What is that? But anyhow, we commented the first one. Huh? So launching the same view. So no need of adding a new view again. Is this clear? Understood? Okay. But see, what is the problem with form collection? Parameters can be reduced of 30-40 parameters can be reduced of. No need to write that many number of parameters. No need of writing that many number of parameters. We can just reduce of the number of parameters. Okay, but when you're reading, every value should be individually read. Two drawbacks are there. What are the two drawbacks? Every value should be individually read. FC of ID, FC of name. Tomorrow 20-30 parameters are there. Same problem again. Next, the third issue, naming IntelliSense support is not there. When you're reading the values on the view bag or view data, we don't have IntelliSense support. At least because I use the view bag there, I have an advantage of type safety. Type safety. Otherwise, remaining all drawbacks. What drawbacks? Each value should be individually read. Second thing, name resolution is not there. What is that? If I give any wrong name, error won't come. Compile time error, runtime error, both of them will not come. It will simply ignore that. When we come to know, no came here. When no comes here, then we come to know we typed something wrong. Otherwise, it is not going to show you any errors. Then how to resolve? To resolve this, the solution is again model object. Models here, we require to use a model. That's the correct way. What is that? Models has to be used. How? Define a model class in your project. In the models folder, add a class. Name it as EMP or employee. What name did I use? Let me see. Employee. I use the name as employee. Employee. Yesterday, you remember you defined a product class. Same way now I am writing model class. Public. Int. ID. Get. Set. Public. String. Name. What are the other attributes, guys? Job and salary, right? Public. String. Job. Public. Double. Again, observe this carefully. Control names are matching with the property names or not. Make sure these names are going to be same. Are you clear? Control names are matching with property names. Because the control names are matching with the property names, all of you come here. Now I am commenting this code again. Rewriting this. Here I won't use form collection. I will use my class. What is my class name? Employee. My class is present not in the same namespace, it's in a different namespace. So always when you are using models, the first thing you require to do is import the model namespace. Import the model namespace dot models. Dot models. Clear? What is your class name? Employee something. EMP. Any name here. Employee EMP. Now there is no need of all this nonsense also. Comma EMP. Here I will launch a different view without changing the design of that. I will launch another view called display EMP1. Display EMP2. This is better. Because again design should be changed here. I don't require to read each and everything now. Directly I can pass it. Okay. Add a view, guys. What is the name? Display EMP2. Display EMP2. What is my step? At the rate model. I said, when you're importing, it should be in the lowercase. Be careful. At the rate model. MVC UI designing dot models dot employee. Models dot employee. Import the namespace. Okay. Now copy the design of display EMP1. Use it here. But make the change. What is it? Not at the rate viewback dot. At the rate model dot. Type safe or not? Tell me. Not only type safe, it also provides you IntelliSense. You have an IntelliSense support also available here. Last class I already shown you that you have the IntelliSense support available. And also type safety. Put your mouse on ID. Integer, name, string, job, string, salary, double. It is type safe. Okay now? So again run, add EMP. Fill the values. Is that clear? I have shown you 3 different varieties how you need to read the appropriate value. Now here you'll have a doubt. What is the doubt? Sir, again defining this class is time taking. Yeah, it's time taking. But if you want to achieve the type safety, if at all you want to achieve the IntelliSense support, this is the best option. Are you clearer? Generally 1 or 2 values there, 1, 2 values. Then go for using individual parameters. 5 or 6 form collection. Okay, more than that, always the class definition. And even your 1 or 2 also defining the class will provide you what? IntelliSense and type safety. Okay. And our architecture is what? Model, view, model plays the important role now. You are using the model. So now you have all the three in action now. What three? Models, views. Only thing is models are not dynamic still. To make it dynamic, we need to talk on database programming. Once we go to database programming, our models will become dynamic, loading the data from the database only. Are you getting my point or not? So once we go to database programming, our models are going to become dynamic, loading all the values from the database in this context now. So we can make them dynamic going forward. But as of now, models are not dynamic because they are not getting loading the data from the database. Yeah. Read this note. Are you clear? Actually, I didn't mention here. Here I'm writing, which provides type safety and intelligence. Which provides type safety and intelligence support. Both these two things you can achieve in this context. This provides you type safety is the first advantage, and intelligence support is the second advantage. Am I clearer? So that is one of the good thing what you have in case of model binding. That is one of the good thing what we just have in case of the model binding things. You added a class called EMP, written all the code. Next, you are just going to write the post action method, and inside of the post action method, you can observe you are rewriting the post action method. I am calling display to, and come to display to. First step, I very clearly mentioned you write the below statement at top of the view. What do you write? This one. Write this code under the div tag. This is the code you required to write under the div tag. Okay, now I just written the comments also for you to understand clearly. Again, run EMP action method of EMP controller. See, flow of control. First, call add EMP get action method of EMP controller, which launches add EMP view. Okay, add EMP view. On click of save button, it will invoke add EMP post action method and launches display EMP to view. Guys, it launches you display EMP to view, not display EMP1. Now we just designed another view, display EMP2. Do anyone have any doubts? You are binding the view to the model. That's what we call model binding. You are binding this view to the model. Did you understand, guys? You are binding the view to the model. That is called as model binding. We are performing a model binding here by binding the view to the model. This is called model binding. Yeah. What did I show you? How to design by using HTML controls. HTML controls. Okay. I'll just proceed to the next thing. Meanwhile, yeah. Anyone have any questions in all the three options I shown? I shown you three different ways of, get method did not change. What I changed is only post method. First option, read each control value individually. Second one, read it as a collection. Read it as a collection. Third one, model binding. One thing is you're required to define the model class now. That is model binding. Okay now? Fine. Next. How are we designing the controls? We are designing the controls with HTML. We are designing a control by using HTML. By using form collection, we can read only form data. I did not understand. We can read only form data. What other data do you want to read? Varun, what other data do you want to read? Yes, Nani. @ model mean importing the namespace. Yes. The @ model, what you're writing on the top is, what is the meaning of it? Importing the namespace. We are importing the namespace here. Okay. Not namespace, we are importing the model here. Not the namespace, we are importing the model here. Not namespace. Got it? This is importing the model. No, outside the form we can't read. No, Santosh. Outside the form we can't read. We can do that. Already shown you now. Practical I shown you now also. I already explained you. View data, view back, both are same. View data, view back, both are same. We can store the values in a view data and read it through view back, or store the data in the view back and read it through view data. Mohammed, I already said you just read your notes. That's why I'm telling you. Practice the old one. Already shown that example to you. Today one more time I've only typed it, but already shown you this practical in the previous classes to you. Okay, go through it. How are you creating a text box? How are you creating a text box right now? What other classes you want to import first? Why do you import a class? Tell me. You need to import only model class. What other classes will you import? When you import a class first, come on, how are you importing a text? Oh, sorry, how are you using a text box? Input type is equals to text, ID is equals to name, name is equals to something. Okay, if at all you want to create a text box, so input type is equals to text, ID is equals to something, name. Okay, name is equals to, here also use the same thing, name. Right? This is how you create a text box. And this is going to give you. Now, to simplify the coding and to stay with your C# environment, to stay with your C# coding process, what they have done is, they have provided you a concept called as HTML helpers. They provided you a concept called HTML helpers. What is that? There is a predefined class called as HTML helper. What is the class name? HTML helper. In that class, there is a method called as text box. There is a method called as text box. You can create the instance of the HTML helper class. What is the class name? HTML helper. And under that, there is a method called as text box. Now, suppose you think like you created the instance of the class. The instance name is HTML. Anything here HTML helper, HTML is equals to new HTML helper. You can now call @HTML dot text box, and see, this method takes a parameter. What is the parameter? Name of the control. I can just pass name. Guys, observe it. You can write like this. @HTML is the instance of the class. Which class? Louder. And what is this method? The method is taking a parameter. What is the parameter? Name, string name. When I write this code, this is going to render you that code. Are you guys clear? Understood or not? What is the advantage, sir? Nothing. To stay with your C# environment, and to simplify without writing input type is equals to text, ID is equals to name, name is equals to name. You are simply saying @HTML.textbox name. Are you clear? Okay. @HTML.textbox ID. Come on, help me. What it writes? Come on, yaar. Input type is equals to text. ID is equals to ID. Name is equals to ID. @HTML dot text box job. Again, input type is equals to text, ID is equals to job, name is equals to job. Like this, we are provided with HTML helper methods. HTML, these helper methods will take the responsibility of generating all the required HTML code for you. So your work becomes simple. And very importantly, these are methods now. IntelliSense support when you're typing what you need to pass and all the things, it will show you pure C# code. So you're standing with your C# coding process only now. Are you clear? So what should I do now? First I should create the instance of the class. Which class? Louder. But luckily in the views, guys, without creating the instance explicitly, every view directly provides the instance to you. No need to create, means you can directly write @HTML.textbox. No need of creating an instance separately again. Did you catch my point? That is already available. That is already available. Okay? Helper method. That's called helper method. That's all. Method only here. We are calling those methods as helper methods. That's all. There's nothing but a method. There's no difference between method and helper method. Method only. We are calling them as helper method. Constructor. What is constructor? Method only. Na? What do we call constructor method? Same way. There's nothing but a helper method means just only they call it a helper method, but it's method. Designing a view UI by using HTML helpers. HTML helpers. We are all aware that in web applications, we design user interfaces with the help of HTML controls. And to simplify UI designing process, MVC provides us HTML helper methods. And these methods will generate or render required HTML code. That is, the return type of these methods is a string. Guys, listen. Here I taught you now. This is a method now. What is it taking? Taking a parameter, string, name. The return type of the method is string. See, this method is generating a string now. Are you clear? That's what. That is, the return type of the method is string. And this string produces string, and that produces required HTML. What it produces? Your required HTML is produced for you. These helper methods are equivalent to ASP.NET server controls used in ASP.NET web forms, whereas when compared with them, they are lightweight. I think we have the same concept in web forms also. Ignore it because we are not familiar with the web forms. Ignore it. Who are the people familiar with web forms can just go understand this. Otherwise, you're directly learning MVC. Ignore about that particular thing. Okay. So that's what exactly. These are equivalent to ASP.NET server controls that we use in ASP.NET web forms. Okay. So that's what exactly what we have here. Fine. So how do we use them? See, working with HTML helper methods. See the syntax. @HTML.textbox return type. @HTML.textbox of ID. Already explained you. Is it clear? Understood all of you? Okay. So that's what exactly it is just going to generate for you in this case. When you write, it is just going to generate you, or it is going to render you the required coding for you in this case now. Okay. See, in the above case, @HTML is an instance of the class. Which class? Already said you. Which class? HTML helper. Where is it defined? System.web.mvc namespace. And this class will generate the required HTML and return it in the form of a string when we call methods of the class. And these methods are called HTML helper methods. And all of them are extension methods. All these methods are extension methods added to the class. You learned about extension methods in C#, guys, remember? If you have any doubts on extension methods, I have a YouTube video posted on extension methods. You can go and read this extension methods con. But all these methods are defined in which class? The HTML helper class. So under the HTML helper class, we just have. And guys, not one method, so many methods are there. Have a look. What is the first one? This method will generate you form tag and form. Will generate you by form. First one will generate you starting tag. Second one will generate you ending tag. Action link. Hyperlink. What it generates you? Hyperlink. Checkbox. Checkbox only. Drop down list. Drop down list means in HTML what is it? Select. Yeah. Select. In HTML we have select control. Select. We are under select. If I don't say multiple, it is going to be a drop down list. If I use multiple, it is going to be a list box. But here separately we have drop down list. Hidden field is here. You learned hidden fields in HTML. List box, password, radio button, label, text box, display, editor. So like this, we just have the various different controls that can be generated. These are the methods here. They are all the methods. They are all the methods what we just have. And these all methods can generate you or render you the required HTML controls to us. Okay, now how do you create a form? How do you create a form? Call the method begin form. Call the method begin form. Okay, now you can call the method. You know, overloading now. These all methods. These all are method names here. All the things what I listed you are the method names now. Methods can be overloaded. Methods can be overloaded. So have a look. These are the various overloads of the begin form method. One, default. Second one, takes a parameter. What is the parameter? Action name. Third one, action name, controller name, route values. Next, action method name, controller name. You can specify the method get or post. Default is post. Get no, yeah, get only here. But we are writing C# code now. This will generate you post by default, not get by default. If you directly write form and leave it HTML coding, then it will be get. But this code will generate you post. Means if it is post, no need. If you want to get, then you should write method get. Next one, action name, controller name, object route values, and a form method. Are you clear? How do you create a form then? Guys, you can get a form in two ways. You can create a form in two ways. Option one. C# code starting next. Understood? First one will generate your form tag. Method is equals to post. Action is equals to same. If I don't specify action, it is the same view. Same action method which gets invoked. Finally, in the last, it will generate you by form. Another way of writing the code. Watch it. It's a different style. Watch that carefully. @ using at the rate using, open the curly brace, HTML dot begin form, open the curly braces and place the controls. No need to write again end form. No need to write the end form. This is another style of writing. Choice is yours, sir. You can write anyway. Generally, we use second process. Without writing begin form, end form, what is the second process? At the rate using HTML dot begin form, and we start placing all the controls inside here. Is it clearer? Overloads here, I did not use the overloads. You can use whatever overload there. I said begin form. You try using the different overloads of the method, what you just want. So that is how the control or the form has to be created. How do you create a label? Watch. HTML label, string value. What is string value? Array, label is to, not name. Label is to display some static text on the UI. Enter name. That is what string label is. That is what enter name. I can give. Second option, name. And I wanted to give a, second option is name and value. What is that? I want to give a name to my control. LBL ID. I can use this constructor. And the second one is the value what you want to display. Third one, name, value, HTML attributes. I wanted to apply styling for this. I want to say class is equals to, and I want to use a style now. You know styling now, CSS. I want to apply CSS class. How do you apply CSS class and a control? What is the attribute? Class is equals to, not style. Style is equals to write your own style. But if all you want to apply an existing style, we write classes first and we say class is equals to, and we tell the style class name there. Okay, that's what. So you can use here. Not only that, here, any other attributes you wanted to set, you can set it here. How to set, I'll tell you. But HTML attribute settings can be done. Okay, how do you create a text box? Watch. Name. Second option. Want to give a default value. Want to give a default value. Third option. Name. Default value. Password. Understood? So let's try this, guys. Let's try this. Let's try this with an example. Okay, we'll try this with an example now. So I will add a new controller in the project. Account controller. Public. View result. Login. And guys, remember, I want this as a HTTP GET. We'll write the view. We'll write the post method also. Hold on. First, create a view. Add view. I want to create a form. At the rate using. Are you clear? At the rate using HTML dot begin form. And you have all the different overloads for your particular method what you are using now. And you can just specify the overloads here. First one, default. 13 overloads are there here. Second one, route values. Third one, route value dictionary. 4. If I don't specify this action name and controller name, the default controller is the same. The default action method is also same. So do I need to specify it now? No need. Okay, still. Form method. Action name, controller name, route values. Action name, controller name, route value dictionary. Controller name, method name, HTML attributes. Like this, we have multiple overloads that are present, different scenarios. I will show you different overloads to you. Okay now? So as of now, I am not passing anything at all. As of now, I'm not passing. Did you understand how to write at the rate using? And here, this will generate your begin form, form by form. Okay, just a second. Run the code. Generally, form means you don't see anything now. Form means what you see, no text box or anything, you don't see anything. But how to test it? Go to view page source. Go to view page source and all of you check it out. What is the method? Check it out. Louder, yeah, confidently. Post. Sir, get na, that only I said you. If you write a normal HTML tag, default is get. But when you are generating through C# code, C# code will by default generate you want method as post. Why sir? Security. I want get. You want get, then use want the method attribute and say get. Otherwise, the default it generates is post. And you did not specify a controller name. You did not specify an action method name. So default controller is account only. Default action method is login only. Understood? So this will clearly tell you what is meant by rendering for you now. This will clearly make you understand what is meant by rendering. Did you understand now? Final HTML content is generated. I write C# code, but at the end of the day, that is all HTML. Okay. So shall we create a labels and text boxes now? Labels, text boxes. At the rate HTML dot label, HTML dot label. Again, different overloads are there. String expression and HTML attributes. String expression, string label text. Whatever you want, you can tell now. Okay. So now I just wanted to give what? Enter name. Enter name. Okay. HTML dot text box. Guys, for text box, what you require to give is name first. A name to read. You're asking for username. Whatever it is, simply I'll say name only. I'll say name. If at all you want any default value, you can put a comma and you can give a default value. No, I don't want default value. I want blank. I want it blank. Run. Watch the output. Why they're not visible? Just a second, guys. Okay. We need to print the values now. This output should be printed on the monitor. So I should write @HTML. We don't use a separate print statement. What you should write is only @. You got it? Watch it, guys. Label created. It has created you a label. Enter name. Next, input, ID, name, type. Default, we did not give any value. Empty string is the value. All the code is rendered to you now. Next. password. What you require to create is not a text box. What is that? Password. And you are also including the name as password. The name of the control is password. Okay, so watch. Enter password. Next, input ID is equals to password, name is equal to password, type is equals to password. Create a password now. Your type is text and your type is password. What next? We don't have any helpers to generate, submit and reset. No helpers are there. Why? Submit, reset, generation is very simple here. Input type is equals to submit. If you don't give a value, value will be submit only. If you want to give a value, you can just give value is equals to login. And very importantly, you don't require to read these controls on the server. Do you read them? Do you read them? We don't require to read them on the server. That's why input type is equals to reset. Type is equals to reset. So value, if I don't give value, default value reset only. The default value is reset only. The default value for submit is submit only, but I want login. That's why I given the value. Otherwise, the default is submit, the default is reset. I did not give reset. This is simple lab. They did not give any helper methods for submit and reset. Okay, so the form is ready. So did you understand? So this is what HTML helps us. Okay. Now I'm going to enter the name here. I'm going to enter the password here. Click on the login. Will invoke you the post action method, and the post action method is not available. So giving you 404 error. The post action method is not available. So we are getting 404 error. This view section of HTML begin form and all are missing here. The notes what I am showing you here is exactly the same notes what I posted in the in your Google Drive, and you're telling they're missing. Why will they miss here? These notes, no mismatch. These notes only posted here. Why are they missing? You're not reading the notes properly. Check it out correctly. Server for login. What server you require? Body present and mind absent or what? Without a server is the application running. We have a server already now. IS Express. And you're asking question now, no need a server. You're already running the code under IS only. But what version? IS Express version we are using. Server is mandatory. Okay. So let's say a post action method now. Did we define a model class? Array, did we define a model class now? No, because a model class is not defined. You need to read the values either in any of the two ways. What option? Either form collection or parameters. Are you clear? I'll show you fourth option now. Watch. I'll show you fourth option now. Watch. What is the fourth option again, sir? Watch it. Public, view result, login. Okay, watch it. String name is equals to, I shown you this option already. Request of name, string password is equals to request of password. This is the fourth way you can read the values. I already shown you three options in the previous example to you. Option number 4, request of. You can use the request object and pass the key name. Or the key name, control name is the key name. Okay? If you want to use form, see, you can write in 4 different varieties. 1, string name, string password. 2nd, form collection. 3rd, define a model. 4, is it clear? Option 4, this is the 4th way you can just read the appropriate values. So I can get the values in all the different varieties. Now I'm writing if name is equals to some name, Raju, and password is equals to admin@123. Are you clear? So name is equals to Raju, password is equals to admin. What do you want to do? That's your choice here. What do you want to do? If it is a success, I want to launch one view. If it is a failure, I want to launch another view. If it is success, I want to launch one view. If it is a failure, I want to launch another view. Are you clear? If it is success, I want to take you to home page. Choice is yours. How to write the condition, I'll tell you. Afterwards, what to do means that is going to be your choice. Clearer or not? Okay, watch it. If it is success, I'll say return. Sorry. Return view. And I'm going to take you to success view. Else, return. I'm going to take you to failure. Okay, now in the success view, if it is success, you entered your name now. You entered your name. It is a success. I want this name to be available in all the pages. I want the name to be available in all the pages for this user. If that is the case, where should I store it? View data, view bag, temp data, session, application, cookie. Tell me, 8 options you have now. I want the name to be accessible in all the views the user is visiting now. Where shall I store? Louder. Session. This is the place, understand, you are required to store your value in a session. If it is session, what did I say? Single user, global data, accessible to him in all the pages. You are a valid user. You are a valid user. You will be traveling through all pages in the site now. In all pages of the site, name must be accessible. So what I'm doing, see? Session of name is equals to name. Now, in a failure, you're coming to failure view. In the failure, I want to show a message. Hello, Raju, your credentials are invalid. Your credentials are invalid. Now tell me, valid user or invalid user? Invalid user. Do I require the name to be accessible in all the pages now? No. How many pages? In a corresponding request. Correct? Where shall I store? Correct. View data. View data or view back. View data or view back. How do you write? View data of name is equals to name. Now you understand? I said you all options to you. Then I said you, which one to use? Depends on our requirement here. See, if session is better, Microsoft is not a fool to give you template data. They are not a fool to give you view data. They're purely based on requirement. Requirement based, we need to analyze ourselves which one suits. Now we analyzed here. Name, if it is success, name should be accessible in all pages. Then session. Failure, name should be accessible only in one page here. Which page? Failure. Enough. No need. Failure. That's all. No need more than that. Then the best option is view data. So session, view data. That's what. So now you guys can watch the code. This is what I'm writing. Public, view result, validate. What is that? Okay. I given a different name to the method. I'll explain you. Okay. Look at the code. Look at the code. How did I read? Request of name is equals to admin, password is equals to admin @ 123. Success and failure. Nothing here. What did I do is, in the notes, I just given the control names as, that is what I done. What are the control names now? TXT name and TXT password. Simple TXT. This is what I given. So now when you run, see the names now? Is there? Just a minute. I'll just tell you. Hold up. We'll resolve it. Meanwhile, watch. Go to view page source. Understood? TXT name, TXT password. Okay. So if that is the case, when I am reading here, what should I write? TXT name and TXT password is what I should write. Okay, now TXT name and TXT password is what I should write in this particular case now. So that's why you're just getting the error. Okay. Sorry, that's what. So TXT name, TXT password, and you're just going to compare. Okay, in the notes I've taken it is admin. I'm trying to match here again without confusing. Sir, you written one way, notes is another. Without that confusion, I'm trying to match the code. That's all. Okay. So any style you write, it works. No issue. Fine. And one more thing. Here you written a method called login. Here, login. Already explained you this in the last class to you. Second option, what did I say? If at all you want, if at all you just want, you can give a different method name for this. Action method name can be different. I want to log in to go to another method now. Which method you want to go? I want login to go to validate. What is the action method name? Validate. Login should go to validate. If you are writing the action method name, it is mandatory to write the controller name also. Because there is no overload which takes only action method. We have an overload which takes action method, controller name also. What is the controller name? Account. Controller name is account. Run. Don't bother about the action methods. Run the views first and watch your outputs. Run the views first and watch the outputs, all of you. So first run the views, then I will talk about the other things. Did I comment any extra thing there? Oh, just. Check it out. What is the controller? Account. What is the action method? Validate. It is going to call you the account and validate. So now what should I do? In my controller class, I require to write a method called validate. I require to write a method called as validate now. Now tell me, these two method names are same or different? So do I need to write get and post now? Not required. Not required here. No need to write get and no need to write post now. Is that clear? So whenever I call login, it will launch me the view. When I enter the URL password, it will go to validate. Validate will just check it out and returns you success, failure. So two more views to be added still. What are the two? Success and the failure. Okay, watch. Go to account controller, add a view. What is the view name? Success, failure. First in the success. What I want to show in the success, Simple code. H3, hello, show the name of the user. At the rate, session of name. You store the value in the session now, comma, welcome to the site. Welcome to the site. What about failure? Hello, at the rate, anything, your credentials are invalid. Your credentials are invalid. Understood? So totally how many views are there? Your first hitting will take you to, if it is valid, otherwise failure. So start from login. Enter admin. Admin at the rate 123. Correct. Click on login. Wrong password. Failure. Are you clear? And one thing understand, which view is showing the output is never known to end user, because address bar shows only action method name but not the view name. You click on the login, what you see? Action. Action method is launching different views. And this coding I already explained for you earlier. What is it? Can a action method launch multiple views based on a condition? Yes, it can. I shown you already. That's what I practically shown you one more time. Okay, this is about the HTML controls and how do you create the HTML controls. Watch the coding process again. To work with, add a new controller under MVC UI design project, naming it as, delete the existing code in the class and write the below code over there. Delete the existing code and write the code. Come on. First method, public view result login return view. Second method, public view result validate. The method names are different. So I don't require to write get and post. When should I write get and post? When method names are same, I should write get and post. Why I did not write the method name same, you know? Parameters are not there here. Again, naming collision will occur now. Even though you write get and post also, login without parameters, both same, error will come. That is why I changed off the name. Login here, validate here. Now you see, reading the values, name is equals to admin, password admin, storing the value in the session, storing the value in the view bag. Finally, you are adding 3 views. What are 3? Login, success, failure. Okay, login, success and failure. We can just use the appropriate thing. Just in the login, we need to create the controls in the success page and failure page, whatever it is. Am I clearer? Okay, guys, did you learn about Bootstrap in your HTML classes? Okay, I will give you an idea about the Bootstrap and show you. Nothing here. You learn CSS. You have in CSS 3 types of style sheets: inline, internal, external. External style sheet means you write all the code in a CSS, you give some names to them, and that name you apply here. How do you apply? Class is equals to, and you apply the name, correct? Yes or not? Go and just verify your external style sheets carefully. What your teacher has taught you. In external style sheet, we write generic styles. We write generic styles with some name and we apply them to the controls. Tell me one thing. Without you writing the CSS files, if someone writes and gives you, can you directly consume in your code now? Array, without you writing the CSS, you're not good in designing at all. You're not at all good in designing. You don't know color combinations correctly. You don't know which color contrast and which color backgrounds will give look correctly. You don't know anything. So you are not going to do. Someone is doing all the work for you. He's writing all the coding for you, giving the CSS files to you. If he gives the CSS files and tells you the class names, can you use them in your UI or not? Tell me, you are not writing the CSS. Someone write the CSS. Can you use it? Bootstrap is that only. Bootstrap is a public CSS file provided by Twitter. Provided by Twitter. Twitter has given some Bootstrap, some CSS files for us. Okay, what you can do now, you can use those classes in your application now. What is present inside of it is none of your business. What you require to do is only some set of classes are there. You can apply those classes to your controls now. Did you catch my point or not? Not only controls, all your HTML elements, you can apply the classes. So what to do if you want to use a Bootstrap? First, you require to download Bootstrap on your machine. After downloading the Bootstrap on your machine, the next step is you can just go for using those classes. Sir, how do I know the class names? That is public, yeah. Just you must Google. No one knows all the class names. No one knows all the class names. C#, every class name you know? Tell me. You don't know, na? You're also same. Just we require to Google, that's all. So just to Google classes that can be applied for a label, classes that can be applied for a text box. If I say Google Bootstrap classes, I can apply for a text box. If I Google, it will give me the list of options to you, and it will give you some samples also telling you if you apply this, it will be like this. If you apply this, it will be like this. It will be showing you some set of options to you. We can just apply them in our code. So only thing is, what is Bootstrap? A set of public classes provided to you in the form of .css. Who given that? Twitter. It is designed by Twitter. Twitter designed it. So what's your job is? Download and use in your code. Mainly, HTML Bootstrap is not covered for you in the HTML classes. I will show you in the next class how to download Bootstrap, how to install Bootstrap, and how to use the Bootstrap classes in our code. So regularly going forward, I will use different Bootstrap classes in different scenarios to you. Is it clearer or not? Okay, so that I'll show you. And one more thing I'll show you. Actually, jQuery. jQuery is also not taught in your, what is jQuery, jQuery is also same. You learn JavaScript. In JavaScript, we don't have any ready-made code now. We need to write all the coding on our. jQuery is ready-made code. jQuery is a library of JavaScript. Yeah, jQuery is a JavaScript library. What will provide you? Ready-made libraries. We can consume them directly in the code. I will show you how to consume jQuery also in our pages. I'll show you Bootstrap consumption. I'll show you jQuery consumption. Both the two things how to consume in our pages, I'll show you. But first we need to install them. Okay now? Okay. Ignore this particular thing up to here. What I say is up to data transfer examples, practice, and also practice your EMP previous example, EMP controller, employee control, practice this. Just ignore helpers. We'll one more time understand this in detail in the next hour using bootstraps and all the things. Is that clear? So as I said you, I will not be available on Monday and Tuesday. Our next class will be on Wednesday. But by Wednesday, I want everyone to be up to date. Okay? The missing note session application, I will post it now. I'm just final. I'll post it mostly before 10 o'clock. I'll post up the notes for you. You can just use it. Clearer? Let me stop here. We'll meet on Wednesday again.